Hello preppers and homesteaders or prepper-steaders, or probably also some gear collectors. This is going to be part 2 of the Eagle AIII style 3-day assault pack. I'm going to go over, I got a new addition to the collection and I wanted to show that and show the differences. This one I just got, it was considered my unicorn holy grail find, just not in the color I wanted, but this is an Eagle Industries 3-day assault pack. It has the hip belt sternum strap. It is unused. And when I got it, it had these side pouches. This one also has, it did not come with it, Eagle Industries made one. This one is a Backhawk Industries frame sheet, and I think ATS and a couple companies currently make these frame sheets for these packs. These are really hard to find. What they do is, in conjunction with the hip belt, they really improve the load carrying capability of these packs. They are a hard plastic sheet with nylon around the edges so they don't rub and, you know, eventually cause a tear in your pack. And then they have, if I can get it out of here, so it has an aluminum bar that is in there. The bottom piece is still there, so I gotta make sure it goes in all the way and then put it in there. And then, but what you can do with that is, if you've got a funky back, you can bend this bar and it'll shape to your back. And then what this does is, when you put bulky items in your pack, it distributes the weight, but also things can't poke through the foam in the back of the pack. It really does increase the load carrying capability. I have Spec Ops, the pack. I have 2 of them that I've had for a long time, and they both have the frame sheet. A lot of times I don't even use the hip belt. You can just carry heavier loads. It doesn't poke into your back. It doesn't deform the pack itself. So if you can find one of these, and I'll post a link, I think, I might be wrong, but I think it's the company ATS Tactical. They still currently make a frame sheet that is like $29. The Spec Ops, the pack, they are way overpriced at like $59. I've had to like either find them used or shop around for sales and stuff to get them less than that, but they are worthwhile. The cheaper alternative is go buy one of those gray digital camo ACU assault packs. The frame is bigger. Just buy it, trim it, and make it work. One of the biggest notices of the Eagle packs versus the Blackhawk is Eagle, AWS, London Bridge, they all do just the same Kadura back panel. Blackhawk does a molded foam back panel. But Blackhawk also does, the hip belt attachment is metal. London Bridge, it is metal. And Eagle, it is metal. The other big differences, so on the bottom, you have the dual ice axe loops. And then on this Blackhawk one, it's just, if you can see, it's just Kadura nylon, no lashing attachment points. On this Blackhawk M81 Woodland one, you have the stereotypical, the ones you see on 90% of the Blackhawk packs, these plastic, old school kind of backpacking lashing points. But you still have the dual ice axe attachment points. So on the Eagle Industries, it is very much like that Blackhawk one without the lashing straps. It's just reinforced nylon. On the London Bridge, there is a grommet on the bottom And there's a couple little differences, but you do have these straps on the bottom here that come off. And they do make a bottom pack that goes on here. So you can put that bottom pack, those two side compartment packs that I have, and then with the hip belt, which this has, and then, you know, the sternum strap, you can carry a lot more weight. The tops on these are pretty similar. This one's got, you know, just the Eagle Industries logo, and then underneath it is a piece of Velcro. You can take it out and there's an opening for like a Camelbak. They've, even in the 90s when I used to go to London Bridge, I would find those olive green ones and I wanted one so bad. It still had the thing for the Camelbak. I had a Camelbak, and I think the first Camelbak I got was in 96. So they've been around a long time. The one advantage of Eagle Industries, AWS, London Bridge, is they use better Cordura fabric. Let me show you something. So this pack is in really good shape. It is a Backhawk Industries M81 Woodland, but Backhawk in that era used a material, I don't know what happened, but the polyurethane coating that was on the inside, it flakes off. And like, if you carry something in this pack now, it gets all over everything. And I've reached out to, I'm gonna put it down below me. I'm gonna get his YouTube name wrong, but it's Brent and then his MOS. I can't remember if he was a machine gunner or, I think he was a machine gunner, but he's probably the expert on gear, and he did a really good video on Alice Pack polyurethane lining coming apart and using some kind of a spray to fix it. Because I'd like to fix this pack. Otherwise it's in perfect condition, but whenever I put stuff in it to use it, it gets that little debris all over everything. I did put like a waterproof liner in there, but then you have 3 compartments on these packs. You have your main big zippered compartment, you have this smaller compartment, and even this one, for some reason, the nylon is not peeling on this one yet. And it almost looks different. It actually looks like they put a green OD material inside on this particular one. But then if you look in there, around the edges, it's peeling because it's the woodland. It's almost like it was just the woodland material that was bad. And then if you look in this compartment, they did the same thing. They did green OD, but then there it is back to that woodland that is peeling. And it just gets over everything. And it's kind of it's more of a pain in the butt than anything else. So the other thing I want to show you, the big difference. So older 90s, I don't know when they changed, but London Bridge had the actual full metal zippers, the big, you know, the big metal YKK thing on there. Blackhawk used similar zippers, but they put not paracord, but just some kind of cheap cord with little plastic pulls on it. You can see right there. And then in this pack, let me just show you. So this one you can see those zipper pulls, the old original Blackhawk ones. They've got black over them, but they've got white cord inside. They're not paracord though, and they hold up pretty good. This one, it's missing some. It's got some 550-ish cord on there. This pack is the same thing. But now this pack is olive green, and it is doing the same thing. So I don't know what colors, but on the same note, I have the same vintage. I have a black one of these. And it's in actually my store inventory, so it's not really mine. But it's not peeling at all. And it's about the same vintage. But if you look, at this, it is peeling. You know, you rub your hand in there, you look at the bottom of the pack. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but. And then this is the big tell right there. So if you're ever looking at these used, look at this top section. It's usually always black. You can see all the debris all over. And that's the Camelbak pocket. So I'm assuming if you reach your hand down in the bottom of that pocket, it's gonna be just this, if you look really, I mean, you could see it. It's just, it's an inconvenience is really all it is. What's really funny, and I might've mentioned this in the first video, I can't remember, in boot camp, when I went to boot camp, my sea bag, I had, for some reason I got 2 of them, but one of them, you know, the sea bags were just OD green, you know, Cordura, and one of them did this exact same thing. I think that's what happened. The one I got issued in boot camp, it did this. And when I got home, all my clothes, everything was coated in little granules of this little sticky, you know, so I ended up going and buying a new sea bag. And this is interesting too. This older Blackhawk, it does not have the Blackhawk logo here. It's just got a strap that's like, it was elastic, now it is not. But it's interesting because it has that foam padded back, and it's that foam holds up really well. So like I said, the only negative on these older Blackhawk packs is that peeling lining. Now on the Eagle Industries AWS, I've noticed they use genuine 550 cord, and they tie it off on there. So it's a quieter zipper. You don't have the metal kind of janking around. But very similar, metal D-rings on the shoulder straps. So that's interesting too. The Eagle Industries has dual on each strap, metal D-rings. The Blackhawk only has 1 D-ring. But then this Blackhawk has 2 D-rings, and it's very similar. So these two are almost identical in almost every way. But then if you look at the sides here, these straps come off right here, and then the Blackhawk, it's hard to see, right here does not have the little, oops, strap. I'll show you why. So these little loops right here, that is what you attach your side straps pouched to. So if you look on this pouch, it has a little plastic buckle. You would attach it right there, and then your pouches go on the side. I'll show like a picture. I've got the catalog. It shows the actual side pouches attached. If you look at these straps, you get 2 really short straps. What you do is you take your original straps, unbuckle them, and then you use it as like an extender. So this should have gone to the other side, because see how you got female to female? So take this off, switch it around to this side. Unbuckle, which it is, it will then buckle into there, buckle over there, and you've got, you know, your side pockets on there, which carry quite a bit more. And then these, they just, you push down. So this Eagle Industries pack, the material just feels a lot better, and it's interesting too because I've seen it on there. You've got a Cordura tag. So this is interesting pack. I almost feel like this is in really good condition. I feel like it's newer manufacture, or it had been, let me see if I can find the Fastex buckles. The buckle says 02, the date code. And it just says National Molding Lock Monster SS-2, and then it has a date code of 02. I've looked this over. I mean, I got it for a really good price, so I kind of was kind of concerned it might have been a knockoff, if there is such a thing. It looks legit. Like, I've looked it over really good. I've owned Eagle things over the last 30 years, and I can't find anything that tells me otherwise. The only concern I had was with the side pouches, and it makes me still think that they're legit, is they have the YKK zippers. If you look at the inside, it just looks very, you know, the big seams hanging off and all that, but it's still, the stitching is good. It looks well made. There's no markings, no brand, nothing else on here. So that's the other thing that just kind of made me wonder. But they look very well made. And it looks like a good nylon. 500 weight Cordura. But we all know about knockoffs. This one, some of you might know what it is. If not, this is not a very expensive knife. But it's a copy of an expensive knife. I got it at a big knife store. I just saw it, I was like, oh, that's a cool knife. And then I got it home, and then somebody else was like, dude, that's a copy of a blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know, I thought it was cool. And it was like 30 bucks. So hopefully this is helpful. Like I said, if you haven't seen the first video that goes more into the history, some catalog specs, I just wanted to show this. Put in the comments what I really want is I really want a London Bridge one, and there's one I may end up trying to buy, but it's a little bit out of my price range. But I've wanted one of these for the last 30 years. I bought some non-Eagle and some Blackhawk ones over the years, and they're just not the same. Just little things, little things. But I really want either a London Bridge in olive drab or an Eagle Industries in olive drab. And any of you out there have one in really good condition and would be willing, I would trade this one with the side pouches. And I don't even need the hip belt. So if you have one and it doesn't have the hip belt and it's in good condition, either an olive green, I would be possibly willing to trade. If you have woodland, I'd be interested too. But I used to go to London Bridge and Virginia Beach in the 90s and look at that olive green, you know, pack and be like, oh, I want to buy that, I want to buy that, I want to buy that. And I think back then it was $99. In 1996 money, that was buku dollars. And it's, you know, it's funny because I did buy a couple fanny packs from London Bridge, and I'm kind of kicking myself. One of them I did sell on eBay when maybe 10 years ago, and I sold it for like 10 times what I paid for it. So, and some other things I bought, some MP5 pouches and things like that. So it's one of those things. So I'd be willing to, if not, you know, put in the comments, maybe I'm crazy, I should just be happy with what I have. Maybe there's a way to fix those Blackhawks, I could use them. My thing is I want to use it. And the problem with that Eagle DCU one, I feel like for some collector out there, it's probably got much more value in the unused condition. I want to use it. I've got, you know, thousands of acres out here. I can go play in the woods, bushcraft, whatever, have a fun time. I guess what I wanted to add too about the Blackhawk ones, maybe that's what I don't know what the material they use. It feels different. It doesn't feel like, when I used to go to London Bridge and look at their packs, look at their stuff, I would remember, you know, just feeling them and trying, you know, playing with them in the store and just thinking, wow, this stuff, because I bought my whole unit, we had London Bridge holsters, the drop leg holsters, and we had some other riggers belts and different things like small magazine pouches and things like that. We had a lot of their stuff, and the nylon just felt better. This, it just feels different. I don't know how to describe it. What's interesting too is I have the Blackhawk load-bearing vest in 1,000 weight Cordura in woodland, and it's totally different material feel than this. The other thing I'm torn on is the DCU. It's kind of a cool pattern. I was issued DCU in the Marines. Pretty cool looking. You know, it's kind of retro. It's almost, you know, like M81. I don't know how good it works in this area. It's very green here, but at the same time, we've got a lot of different colors like that. So I don't know, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. And like I said, if you haven't seen the first video on the A3 style packs, check it out. And if you've got some stuff, I'd love to see it. Just in the comments, let me know. This stuff is very military, nerdy, collectible. Most people don't even like, everybody wants a Molly pack nowadays. And don't get me wrong, I have a Spec Ops, the pack, that I've had for a long time. probably pushing 20 years now, 20, 30 years. I bought it when Molly's stuff first came out because it was cool, and this kind of stuff just kind of got thrown to the side. Because I think over the years I never got the London Bridge olive green one that I've always wanted, and I like the old yellow tag. So it's kind of funny because London Bridge now has this red tag, and I actually bought a woodland London Bridge, new one, slick one, no Molly on it, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I sold it before we moved because I was just like, it just didn't have the nostalgic feel to it. It looked more like a Gucci bag. It was just kind of expensive looking nylon. So, but yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Until next time, thanks again. Bye. Thanks again. Bye. Till next time. Bye. Big camera. I'm still waiting for the temperature in my water to be perfect. It's still warming up. I'm gonna end it there. Thanks. Like and subscribe. I gotta support this shirt because it was a gift. I love it. I do. So thanks again. Bye.